Hi, good morning, children. I hope all are fine. Do you remember what was our second chapter? Yes, our second chapter was whole numbers, right? In whole numbers, we have studied some properties. What were the properties we studied? Do you remember that properties? The properties were commutative property, associative property, distributive property, right? All these properties we have studied. So what was commutative property? Commutative property was two whole numbers can be added in any order, then the sum remains the same. Similarly, two whole numbers can be multiplied in any order, then the product remains the same. It was a commutative property that we studied in our second chapter. Let us see that property once again. See, if two whole numbers, let us consider, that is 3 and 5. 3 and 5. 3 and 5. These two whole numbers, let us add, then we get 3 plus 5. What is 3 plus 5? That is equal to 8. Then same way, let us add 5 and 3. Then 5 plus 3. What is 5 plus 3? Again we got 8. So that is commutative property. 3 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 3. Both are equal. Right? That means, so two whole numbers can be added in any order, but the sum remains the same. Similarly, if three numbers are added in any order, then let us take three numbers 4, 3 and 2. And let us add these two numbers 4 plus 3, then add 2. Okay, so the two numbers 4 and 3 are in the bracket, within the bracket. Then if there is a bracket, we have to solve whatever is given in the bracket, right? Let us solve this. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 2, 9. We got 9. Then let us do in another way. 4 plus 3 plus 2. Here 3 plus 2 within the bracket. So let us add 3 plus 2 first. That is 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 4, 9. See, three numbers. First we added these two numbers. Then with that we added 2. Then first we added 3 and 2. Then with that we added 4. Then the sum remains the same. Isn't it? So here you see, this is called the associative property. Three or more numbers can be added in any order, but the sum remains the same. Same thing we studied with the multiplication also. That is, two numbers can be multiplied in any order, the product remains the same. Here you see 3 and 5. 5 into 3 we get 15. Then 3 into 5 is also 15. 3 into 5 is also 15. Right? So 3 into 5 and 5 into 3. This is the commutative property and this is the associative property. And all these are called, this 3 plus 5 is equal to 8 and 3 plus 5 and 5 plus 3 and here 5 into 3, then 3 into 5. These are called numerical expressions. What are they? They are numerical expressions because there are only numbers. We use the numbers here, isn't it? So here it is written as an expression that is added. 5 and 3 are added and 5 and 3 are multiplied. These are the expressions in numbers. These are the expressions in numbers. We used here the numbers only. So we got the answer very fast. That is 5 plus 3, we know the answer is 8. 5 into 3, we know the answer is 15. Right? So these are called the numerical expressions. 5 plus 3 is a numerical expression. 5 plus 3 is a numerical expression and 3 plus 5 is another numerical expression. Then 3 into 5 is another numerical expression. Then 5 into 3, this is also another numerical expression. Similarly, let us see this one, associative property. We have written 4 plus 3 plus 2. Then next we have written 5 plus 3 plus 2. These two are expressions. Then in the multiplication also we can write 4 into 3 into 2, and here 4 into 3 into 2. All these are called numerical expressions. Why? Because it contains only the numbers. Okay, it contains only numbers. They are called numerical expressions. What are numerical expressions? The expression which contains only the numbers, numerals. They are called numerical expressions, right? Then let us see one more type of expression what we are going to see. See, here we have written 5 and 3 added and we got 8. Then 3 plus 5 is also 8, right? So that means 5 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 5. Both are same. 5 plus 3 and 3 plus 5 are same. This is true for all the whole numbers. Whatever whole numbers you take, then we get this one is true. This commutative property, that is true. That means two numbers can be added in any order, then the sum remains the same. So instead of, for every number we cannot write like this, isn't it? For all the numbers we cannot write this 4 into 6, then 6 into 5, then 6 plus 5. Every number we cannot write. Then for this, let us make a general rule. General rule. That means if A and B are two whole numbers, we are going to generalize like this. That is, if A and B, small letter A and B, small letter A and B. If A and B are two whole numbers, then A plus B, first number is A and the second number is B. So A plus B, and what does the commutative property say? That is, two numbers are added in any order, the sum remains the same. That means 5 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 5. If A and B are two numbers, how will you write? A plus B is equal to B plus A. A plus B is equal to B plus A. Right? See, here this is also commutative property. That is, A and B are two whole numbers or two numbers. Then A plus B is equal to B plus A. Okay? Then similarly, how will you write the commutative property of in multiplication? So we can write A and B are two numbers, whole numbers. Then A into B equal to B into A. Okay, then associative property. How will you write? Three numbers are there. So A, B and C. Three numbers are there. In associative property, three numbers are there. A, B, C are three whole numbers. How will you write the associative property? A plus B. First we added these two numbers. Then with this we added the third number plus C. A plus B plus C. And another one, how will you write? A plus, then within bracket we have written the second and third number. So A plus B plus C. Both are same, right? So this is also like the numerical expression what I said. Here this is also an expression, right? This is also an expression. See, A into B is equal to B into A. And here A plus B is equal to B plus A. Like what we have written, 5 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 5. And 5 into 3 equal to 3 into 5. So instead of writing the numbers, numerals, we have used here the English alphabets. Right? We have used the English alphabets A and B. Here we have written A, B and C. The alphabets A, B, C. Isn't it? Here you see what is the specialty. In the numericals, if the numbers are written, for us it is easy to add and multiply. 5 plus 3 we get 8 and 3 plus 5 we get 8. And 5 into 3 we get 15 and 3 into 5 we get 15. For the numericals it is very easy to get the answer. But for this alphabets if we use, it is not easy to get the answer very fast. Because for the alphabets we have to give some numbers. See here, for A, what is the number here we are given? 5. For B, what is the number here we are given? That is 3. See, here B is 3 and A is 5. Here also see A into B. A is 5 and B is 3. B is 3 and A is 5. Okay. For this A and B, if we give some numerical values, then we get the answer very fast. But if we give A and B, it is not easy to get the answer very easy. Okay. Now here also you see A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. These expressions, this is also an expression like a numerical expression I told you, and it is also an expression, but only the difference is that they contain the alphabets, English alphabets. Then these English alphabets we call in maths, we call it as variables. What are variables? The unknown numbers. These numbers, the value of these numbers we don't know. So that unknown numbers, this A and B, we call it as variables. Variables. Okay. So which are the variables here? A and B are the variables. Here what are the variables? A, B, C are the variables. Okay. So variables. So the expression which contain the variables. Variables. Okay. That is the English alphabets. Any alphabets can be used. Anyone you can use. Okay. A to Z, the alphabets are there. Any alphabet you can use for this purpose. Okay. So the expression which contain these variables or these English alphabets, they are called algebraic expressions. What is that? Algebraic expressions. So what are algebraic expressions? So we studied numerical expressions. What are numerical expressions? The expressions which contain only the numericals, only the numbers. They are called numerical expressions. But the expressions which contain the variables or the alphabets, they are called what? Algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions. Okay. So here in this lesson we are going to study about the algebra. It is a new wing of mathematics, and I think in 6th standard you haven't studied about this algebra. First time you are going to study, and it is very interesting if you understand, if you listen carefully, if you watch the video very carefully, then for you it will be very easy. Okay.